Every human being carries within them a silent cry, a deep longing that cannot be ignored. It is the cry to become everything they were created to be. There is something inside you that knows you are meant for more than what you are currently experiencing. You may not have the words for it, but you can feel it, you can sense it in the quiet moments when no one is watching, in the moments when life slows down long enough for your soul to speak. You feel the pull of destiny calling you, reminding you that you were not created to live an average or ordinary life. You were created with purpose, intention, and design. You were born to become someone significant. Dr. Myles Munroe often said that the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but living life without ever discovering your true purpose. When a person does not understand why they exist, life becomes a cycle of repetition without real meaning. People wake up, work, eat, sleep, and repeat the pattern without understanding that they were placed on earth for a specific reason. You are not here to take up space. You are here to release something within you. That the world needs your birth was not an accident. Your existence is evidence that God saw a problem on earth and placed the solution inside you. Everything in creation was designed with purpose. A bird does not need to be taught how to fly. It was born with the gift of wings. A fish does not need swimming lessons. It was designed to thrive and water. Trees do not need instructions on how to grow. They naturally reach for the sky because their seed contains their destiny. You are no different. Inside you is a unique combination of gifts, abilities, talents, and potential that point toward what you were created to do. The challenge is that humans are the only part of creation that can live outside of their purpose. A fish out of water dies quickly, but a human out of purpose can survive for years yet never truly live. You were created to become the highest, most powerful version of yourself, but the journey to becoming that person requires discovery. You must take time to ask the difficult questions about your existence. Who am I? Why was I born? What am I capable of becoming? What gifts do I carry? What problem was I designed to solve? These questions unlock the door to becoming the person you were born to be. You cannot rise higher if you do not first look deeper. Everything you are searching for is already within you, waiting to be unlocked. The world has conditioned people to look outside themselves for validation, success, identity, and approval, but true becoming begins within. Purpose flows from the inside out, not from the outside, and you cannot build a meaningful life on external expectations. You cannot become who you were created to be by trying to impress people who do not understand your destiny. You must look inward and upward, not outward. You must be willing to disconnect from opinions that limit your progress. The moment you stop living for the applause of others, you begin living for the assignment inside you. The seed of greatness inside you does not respond to pressure. It responds to vision. Without a clear sense of direction, your potential remains trapped. Vision gives birth to becoming. When you see who you can be, something wakes up inside you. Your energy shifts, your mindset shifts, your conversations shift. You stop wasting time on things that do not matter. You stop entertaining distractions. You stop allowing people to pull you away from your destiny. You start protecting your time, your thoughts, and your dreams. You begin to walk with intention because vision forces you to align your actions with your purpose. Every great person who ever changed the world began with identity. They discovered who they were, and then they lived boldly according to that truth. You cannot imitate your way into greatness. You cannot copy your way into destiny. What is inside you is original. The world does not need another version of someone else. The world needs the fullest expression of you. You were created to bring something new, something powerful, something different. Inside you is a voice, a dream, a solution, a vision that has never existed before. Becoming who you were born to be requires embracing your uniqueness. But becoming also requires confrontation. You must confront your fears, your assumptions, your limitations, and the lies you have believed about yourself. Many people live small lives because they have accepted small beliefs. They believe they are not gifted enough, not smart enough, not educated enough, not capable enough. But these are not truths. They are illusions. You were born with everything necessary to fulfill your divine assignment. The problem is not that you lack potential. The problem is that you have not fully activated it. Your environment shapes your becoming. If you surround yourself with people who lack vision, you will eventually lose sight of your own. If you spend time with people who do not believe in themselves, they will eventually make you doubt yourself. If you allow small-minded people to influence your decisions, you will begin living a small life. You must be intentional about who you allow into your space. Greatness requires separation. If you want to become the person you were born to be, you must distance yourself from anything that keeps you from growing into your potential. Your past does not define who you are becoming. You are not the mistakes you made. You are not the pain you experienced. You are not the failures that tried to break you. Every experience, good or bad, was preparation. Your journey has shaped you, strengthened you, humbled you, and matured you. Nothing you went through was wasted. Becoming the person you were born to be requires accepting every part of your story, without allowing your past to imprison your future. Your purpose is greater than your pain, and your destiny is bigger than your history. Becoming also requires courage. You must be willing to step into the unknown. You must be willing to take risks. You must be willing to push yourself beyond what is familiar. Nothing grows in comfort. Comfort zones are beautiful places, but nothing significant ever grows there. Growth requires discomfort. Becoming requires stretching. You must say yes to the version of you that is waiting on the other side of fear. Every great destiny begins with one moment of courage. You were born to rise. You were born to create, lead, and influence. You were born to bring change. You were born to illuminate darkness. But you cannot do any of this until you embrace who you were created to be. Becoming is not a gift, it is a responsibility. The world needs your voice, your gift, your passion, your intelligence, your creativity, your leadership. You must refuse to live beneath your calling. You must refuse to die full. You must empty every gift, every dream, every idea into the world. This is the beginning of your becoming. This is the moment you rise, the moment you take ownership of your future, the moment you say yes to the person you were created to be. Because when you finally become who you were born to be, your life becomes a message that inspires others to do the same. There is a version of you that exists in the mind of God, a version that is powerful, purposeful, fearless, and full of vision. This version of you is not limited by fear, doubt, or insecurity. This version does not shrink to fit into places where they do not belong. This version of you is bold, confident, and driven by purpose. Becoming the person you were born to be means aligning your life with that version of yourself. It means awakening the potential that has been asleep inside you for too long. It means breaking free from every mindset, habit, and environment that has been holding you back. The journey of becoming is not easy. It requires discipline, sacrifice, and consistency. You cannot become great by accident. You cannot become purposeful by coincidence. You must make deliberate choices. Every single day, you must choose growth over comfort. You must choose discipline over laziness. You must choose faith over fear. You must choose vision over distractions. Every day is an opportunity to take one step closer to becoming the person you were created to be. Your thinking is the foundation of your becoming. You cannot live beyond your thoughts. You cannot rise above the level of your mindset. If your thinking is small, your life will be small. If your thinking is limited, your actions will be limited. This is why renewing your mind is essential. You must learn to think according to your potential, not your circumstances. Circumstances change, but potential is permanent. You must train your mind to focus on possibility, not limitation. When you change your thinking, your entire life begins to transform. Becoming also requires clarity. You must know what you want, where you are going, and why you were created. Clarity gives direction, and direction creates momentum. Without clarity, you waste energy on things that do not matter. Without clarity, you invest time into people who are not moving toward your future. Without clarity, you drift instead of rise. You must spend time defining your vision, identifying your strengths, and understanding your assignment. The clearer your purpose becomes, the stronger your life becomes. No one becomes great alone. You need people who believe in your vision, encourage your growth, and challenge your thinking. You also need mentors, people who have already gone where you want to go. But the most powerful mentor you can ever have is God, because He is the one who placed the vision inside you. When you partner with God, He orders your steps, guides your decisions, and aligns your opportunities. You begin to walk with a confidence that does not come from your abilities, but from your identity. The process of becoming often involves seasons of isolation. There will be times when you feel alone, misunderstood, and unseen, but isolation is not a punishment, it is preparation. In isolation, you discover your voice. In isolation, you build your strength. In isolation, you learn to rely on God more than people. Isolation is where dreams grow roots. It is where vision becomes clear. It is where you develop the discipline, faith, and resilience necessary for your destiny. Do not despise your seasons of separation. They are shaping you for your future. Becoming requires responsibility. You are responsible for your growth. You are responsible for your choices. You are responsible for the development of your gift. You cannot blame others for your lack of progress. You cannot wait for permission to pursue your purpose. You must take ownership of your life. You must take responsibility for your future. The moment you stop blaming people is the moment your becoming begins. Becoming the person you were born to be also requires letting go of fear, letting go of excuses, letting go of doubt, letting go of negative people, letting go of the past. You cannot carry old baggage into a new destiny. You cannot become while holding on to what is breaking you. Letting go is not losing. Letting go is freeing yourself to rise. The higher you want to go, the more you must release. Your purpose is not about you. It is about the people assigned to your life. There are people whose breakthrough is connected to your obedience. There are people who will never rise until you rise. There are people who will find hope because you stepped into your purpose. Your becoming creates a ripple effect that impacts families, communities and generations. This is why your life matters. This is why you cannot quit. This is why you cannot settle. Your becoming is bigger than you. When you become who you were born to be, something extraordinary happens. You begin to walk with confidence. You begin to speak with authority. You begin to live with clarity. You begin to inspire others effortlessly. You become a light in dark places. You become a leader, not by position, but by purpose. You become a source of strength for others. You become an answer to problems. You become a reflection of greatness. There is greatness inside you waiting to be unleashed. There are books you have not written, ideas you have not developed, dreams you have not pursued, talents you have not explored. There is more to you than what you have experienced. So far, your potential is calling you. Your destiny is waiting. The world needs who you were created to be. You must rise. You must grow. You must become. This is your moment. This is your season. This is your calling. Become the person you were born to be and watch the world around you transform because you decided to step into your true identity.